So you taper the drug correctly, you get to 0 milligrams, then a barrage of symptoms comes for months or years. And how do you know when you've stabilized completely?
Yeah. So when am I completely off the drug effects? And that really translates into the question, what is normal? Right? When have I resumed to the normal, unmedicated human mind and body and emotional state? And that's a broad question, right? But one thing to have with us, the most important thing is to not wait around for thoughts to just turn positive and constructive and not negative and not noisy and all that. Like, I'm just saying this, I see people who've especially been through psychiatry and the medical model, tend to have understandably, and this is not something they made up, it happened, it was inserted, it was installed, this whole idea that negative thoughts or bizarre thoughts or a lot of thoughts or different emotions are like illnesses in some way. Like, we need to withdraw from that idea too. That can be a huge part of coming off the drug that comes after the tapering process. So our model, our schemes about what a normal human mind is may have been very disrupted by the medical model, by having been through psychiatry. And that is a huge part of answering the question, whenever then resumed, because for most people, I think there's a point in making that human thoughts often are negative, and there are a lot of them, and that doesn't necessarily need to be a problem. Now, it's a problem if you don't experience control over it, and we have a lot of different psychotherapeutic techniques on how to do that. So a noisy human mind can be just as normal as it can be troubling and hell to be in without the right strategies. But just this overall idea, and I'm saying it because I see too many people claiming that, okay, I haven't recovered yet fully from the drug because my thoughts are still negative and I still have what-if thoughts and if-just thoughts and self-critical thoughts. And that's just a very interesting idea very important idea to challenge, because then you'd wait around for your human mind to turn just automatically positive and emotions to just be there and motivation to always be there. And all these things can be disrupted by that medical model because it tells the otherwise, right? It puts an equal sign between certain thoughts and ways of having it and a disease. So obviously, if you've been trained to think of it, negative effect and negative thoughts in a general sense as something to get rid of, obviously you'll monitor for them and think of it as something that's wrong. So we need to turn all that upside down and have some conversations, and sometimes this can be long therapeutic sessions really about what that normal human mind is and how to navigate it. And it's difficult here to say something about like specifically how to do it otherwise than just expect human minds to be noisy and negative, and we can learn to navigate that so that it's not a problem. But don't wait around for anything to just be positive and motivation to show up. That's another thing, like, when do I get my motivation back? And obviously that does for many people come with the tapering, because many drugs numb emotions and drive and motivation and stuff like that. But you still need to go out there and do stuff to activate it. Like, it's very limited how much motivation we can do when we're not like engaging, if we've been pacified in some way by the drug or the tapering. So there is this idea of we have to actively step out into the world again to give the body and the mind something to react to real, and then the true joyful emotions, motivations, positive thoughts come.